Hello everyone, LadyPhoenix here, and welcome back to some more Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So in the previous video we completed the Maze Palace, and in this video we are going to complete the Ocean Palace. So first off, we have to backtrack to the town of Nabaru, I believe that's what it's called. And from that town, go to the right. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now, mind you guys, there's a small discrepancy because this is technically a different save file from the previous video. As you can see, everything is on level 7, and by the time we finish up with Ocean Palace, our magic and our life will be at 8. So the only thing we'll have to improve is our attack. And I went ahead and cut here because I went back to town to heal up, and then I was like, hey, dumbass, you're about to get a magic container. I mean, not a magic container, a heart container. Your health automatically, heals up. That right there is the palace, but like I just mentioned, there's actually a hidden heart container in the ocean. You just gotta kind of just find it, and it's not too hard. You just gotta be patient and work yourself in there, or in there, whatever. This jump can be a little bit annoying. If you're having difficulty getting out the water, just use the jump spell and you'll hop right out. And there's one more thing that we need to grab, which I think is crucial, especially for the level up. Because hell, the Ocean Palace is more of a maze than the Maze Palace, if I'm being honest with you. We want to get a point back, and you actually, unless you get, in an encounter with some sort of enemies on your way actually getting to it, is right there on the sandy beach. I'm just having a hard time because there's an invisible wall there, so you can't really see it. All you need to do is just cast the jump spell, and then you'll get the point back, and it's worth 500 points, which would definitely be helpful. As you can see, I'm halfway at the level up point, so that's pretty good. I grinded those experience off screen, off the Tektites, just in case if I came up a few hundred short. But now that we got the point back and the heart container, we can go ahead and start Ocean Palace. Slash that Iron Knuckle statue if you're low on magic or life. I decided to skip it and I do not go back to it. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue. Ocean Palace itself is honestly, I had an easier time with the enemies here than I did in Maze Palace. If I'm being totally honest, the only thing that's frustrating, in my opinion, of course, the only thing that's frustrating about Ocean Palace is that it's really a maze. And honestly, if you manage to get through this entire segment in this entire palace without referring to a map, then you are something special. Now right here, if you don't have any magic, you're going to need it because you need to cast the fairy spell. I was trying to wait this bubble out, but I said screw it. Fairy spell at this point is worth 40 for me. I don't know how it is for you guys. It depends on what level your magic is on and if you've been collecting the magic containers. But for me, it's 40. And you're stuck in that spell for that screen, so you have to go off the screen and then come back. And then obviously once you go back to it, or go off the screen, whatever spells you casted you have to reapply, like shield, jump, so on and so forth. The only one you can cast multiple times that I can think of off the top of my head is life. So that is that. Be careful, there are some Medusa dragon-like heads coming on here in the middle of this bridge. Grab that P back if you're daring, and I'm surprised that I did that, and I'm even more surprised that I came unscathed from that particular section. These right here, these aren't a problem until the Iron Knuckles show up. There's 2 red ones, I believe. I honestly forgot about them, so it kind of took me off surprise. But with my level 7 sword, I was able to take care of it just fine. No issues. The blue ones still suck, and I actually got lucky here with the red potion. There's actually a few red potions in this dungeon, if I'm being totally honest. It's honestly I think it's about 3 or 4. And right there, what you just saw was a cut. And you're going to see plenty of them because, well, okay, for one, that was a sorcerer, or I don't know if that's the official translation, but those are sorcerers. They just phase in and out like whiz robes, and they shoot fire, and they hurt. They hurt bad. And it's kind of hard to avoid them because they just be like, hello, surprise, shoot their fire and go away. Cast a jump spell, wait for these blocks to stack up, and then slowly kind of make yourself a bridge to get to the key. When it goes up like that, I don't know how the blocks are managing to stay up like how they are, but it's fine with me because they won't be able to crush my head. I think I end up getting hit like once or twice in this particular segment on this screen, but it's all good. Nothing too damaging. But anyway, like I was saying, you're gonna see me do random cuts like that throughout this entire video, and that right there where I just jumped at, that's me signifying like, hey, there's a red potion there if you need it. Now later on in the dungeon, I actually do go back to that dragon head to get a red potion because I almost died from a blue iron knuckle, so I do go back to it, but I'll be sure to keep the footage in to let you guys know in case you forgot where it was at, and then I make another cut. But again, back to my original thought process. I do a lot of cuts in this video, I'm not gonna lie, because I was reading my guide and looking at my map at the same time, because up until this point, which, okay, one more detour, this right here is extra experience. This left path that I'm going into, you don't have to go through there. So if you don't want to go through there, you don't want the extra experience, don't worry about this little segment. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, like I said, Ocean Palace is a pretty big mazy area, and it's easy to get lost in Ocean Palace, and if you don't have a guide, it's gonna take you a while to get through. And this is where the hard portion of the palace come in. Up to this point of the game, I've been practicing the palaces and collectibles and everything, and, you know, just videos in general off screen. Well, for Ocean Palace, yeah, I practiced this palace, realized it wasn't really all that bad, except for, you know, the mazy areas, and the boss hits like a tank, which is rightfully so. This is the like 2 palaces before the Great Palace. Like literally we only have one more palace after this, which is the Hidden Palace, and then the Great Palace. That's it. So I mean, it's rightfully so that, you know, he hits like a truck. But I couldn't commit this palace to memory like I was able to do with the other palaces, because I was just so flustered with so many pathways that don't lead to anything. Like this particular screen that I'm on now, this doesn't lead to anything. This is just here for experience points if you need it. See, nothing. And it doesn't help that the palace is in this like puke green setting, and there's no like fixture or hanging or anything to signify like, hey, this is a completely different room from the last room you in. So everything looks the same. So I tried not to refer to my map as much, pausing the game and whatnot, but I just simply had no other choice. If I would have went to the right from that elevator in the first place, those other screens wouldn't have been necessary. And I hate killing Iron Knuckles with the jump spell enabled because it's so difficult for me, not unless I'm in an area like I was just in. But generally it's just difficult. But yeah, I do pause and do a cutting, and I apologize for that, but you know, I really did try to commit this to memory, and I was like, screw it, I'll just explain myself. It's Zelda 2, no one gives a crap, and I went to sleep. Happily went to sleep because I was literally just bugging out, because I really do try to do my best in my videos, especially in this game, because I can't wait to conquer this game. And speaking of cuts, we're gonna cut and grab that red potion, which is right here in that dragon's head with those 3 orange iron knuckles in. So I'll go ahead, jump up here, and slash the thing so we can get rid of this life bar incident. And now we're gonna go back to that room where I was just fighting that blue iron knuckle. And you may be thinking, well, that was a dead end. It's not a dead end. And here's the huge problem with this palace. It's just like, how are you supposed to know this? This is where I fought the blue iron knuckle. Just jump on through the wall. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, how are you supposed to know that? I have no idea. Oh, excuse me. Had a long day at work. Very long day at work. So I'm just yawning and yawning. It's Wednesday morning. I'm trying to make sure this video is up and ready to go tomorrow afternoon. By the time it's up, I will be asleep because I work night shift. This room can be frustrating because we have wolf heads and these stupid sorcerers, and they can be killed. It's just that it's just best to avoid them because they're such a pain in the butt. They're so unpredictable. It's just like, it's not worth the headache. It's a red potion in that iron knuckle statue. That iron knuckle went down easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's a blue one. It's the blue one. And I cast my shield. Or do I cast shield? Or no, I don't. Did I seriously not cast shield? Okay. I was a little daredevil. Usually I'll always cast shield whenever I see these guys. Especially in this particular setting where I had to open up a door or whatever. Who cares? Anyway, that is the flute. It's only useful for one thing in particular that I can think of at the moment. It involves that creature that you may have seen briefly on the screen. I believe no, it wasn't the previous video. It was the video before last, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I caught myself trying to like not deal with the craziness down below, but then I was like, darn, I'm dealing with this crap at top. But those were the only two that I dealt with, and then I dealt with this crap. So it's just like, get me out. Once again, that was just a cut for me referring to the map, and it's like, okay, I know eventually I'm gonna have to backtrack to that false wall, and I thought I was at the point, but I'm not exactly there yet. 10 suits, sorcerers, just kind of take your time, and just go up the elevator. I'm about to level up soon, and it's for life. And then my second level up will come from me completing the palace, and that particular level up will be for magic. And it's refreshing to see those enemies again over the armor counterparts. They were not my fan. I was not a fan of them in the previous video. Now apparently there's another room that you can get to, and if you hit that dead end, you can see that key from the other side, I guess to signify like, hey, something over there, figure out how to get it. So it's like, again, I don't understand how people made it through this game without a guide. Like, and I just got trigger happy right there. I was like, what the crap? But just take your time. I say that to you guys, but what I'm doing in the video, I literally recorded this a few minutes ago. After editing and praying to God that, you know, the freaking, I don't know what it is about, it's been like large amounts of like dirt in front of the office at my apartment complex. It's like, this been like the second pile of large amount of dirt they've been doing. I don't know if they're rebuilding something, possibly. I don't know if they're making a mud castle. I don't know what they're doing, but like, the dump man was here, and I guess he shoveled up all the dirt. I didn't look out there because it's about to rain, and that would be bad. Which is another reason why I was like, okay, I'm gonna record it and see how I feel to do the commentary. You know, I was gonna like, it's gonna be a stretch, but maybe I should just put off the commentary until tomorrow morning, and then, you know, upload it tomorrow afternoon, like at 1 o'clock, like I normally do. I was like, nah, that's a terrible idea. Let's do it now. So that way I don't have to worry about Zelda 2 until Tuesday of next week. I was like, what am I thinking? That's a horrible idea. So this is actually the wrong way. Yeah, that was actually the wrong way. I was supposed to keep going to the west and unlock this door and then keep going west. I misread on the thing. I leave that guy alive, screw that guy. It's a red potion there. Like I said, it's quite a bit of red potions in this palace, which also makes this palace easier. Now, what you're supposed to do is go south. Right? I should be going south. Over here is extra experience points, if I'm not mistaken. What are you doing past me? Because if you go up, that leads towards the boss. And that's what kind of threw me off. I misread. I thought it said go up. And I was supposed to go down. The left path takes you to a bubble and I think a red iron knuckle and a point bag if you need it. That is just extra experience. So, and I think at this point, I don't know why I didn't cut that out. I guess because it was like 3 seconds or so. But you're supposed to go down, and it's supposed to be all three. After this room here with the bubbles and the sorcerers, there's going to be a room with all three variations of the iron knuckle: orange, red, and blue, in that order. Once you kill the orange one though, the red one would be at the top here and he won't follow you. And if you cast the jump spell and jump on the top of here and then kind of like make you like a little staircase or whatever to get to this key, you don't even have to deal with that blue iron knuckle. You just hurry up, slash it, and jump right up in case he throws projectiles at you. But you don't even have to deal with those two unless you're close to a level up and you want the EXP. Then by all means, go ahead and do that. But like, I just leveled up and I know for a fact I'm not going to get another level up until after I beat the palace. So I didn't even bother with the iron knuckles. I'm just kind of rushing through this because I know I'm at the end and it's not a lot of room for me to maneuver. So I just kind of punted through. Unlock this door, and I believe there should be, yeah, another iron knuckle, and it would be blue. So after this iron knuckle would be the boss. Now, having your magic at halfway like I have it is actually pretty good. And I lied. I said that would be the boss and we got a whole red one to deal with. I was trying to see if there was a red potion in that one. Apparently not. So I just kept moving. I almost got hit there, but it's whatever. Now, this screen right here is the boss. Cast shield. Shield is your best friend. Now, the boss likes to swing his mace and throw it. Kind of like a ball and chain effect from like Twilight Princess. The reason why I cast jump is because if you during the fight you kind of like bait and switch him a little bit, and he can push you off, corner you a little bit. And I died right here, actually, to be honest. I was sad, to be honest with you. So if he corners you, you can jump over him, or if you slash him, you can hurry up and jump out of the way, because it's a very, very big timing with that ball and chain mace that he has. But aside from him hitting like a tank, all you gotta do is just slash him. You don't have to hit him in the head, just regularly slash him, and just as soon as you get done, just jump out of the way. If you don't want to cast jump, that's fine, but definitely cast shield and have life ready, because you're gonna need it. I get close to dying, to be honest, because I get a little reckless and I felt like he was gonna corner me like he's doing now, and I was like, gosh darn it. But I do hit him and he's gone. Goomba, that's his name, Goomba, that's his name, it's gone, and you get 500 experience points. Not that it matters, because I'm about to level up and I am about to level up my magic, and that will be it for today's videos. In the next video, I think we're going to do another collectathon, so it's going to be potentially shorter than, say, this video or the Maze Palace video. But I'm going to end the video here, and in the next video, we'll do a little collectathon. If you'd like to see more Let's Plays or weekend walkthroughs from the channel, please be sure to click on the links in the description below. But until then, you guys take care and have an awesome day.